Would you believe me when I say this is the youngest serial killer? Let me first welcome you to my YouTube channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. Click the notification bell to get notified whenever I gist. My first chilling case is about Mary Flora Bell, the youngest serial killer in history. Mary Flora Bell was a British child killer who, at the age of 11, was convicted of killing 2 young boys in 1968. Her case is one of the most infamous in UK criminal history due to her young age and the disturbing nature of the crimes. Mary Bell's background was deeply troubled, marked by severe neglect, abuse, and trauma from an early age. She was born on May 26, 1957, in Newcastle upon Tyne, England, into a dysfunctional and impoverished family. Mary's mother was Betty Bell, a prostitute who was often absent from home and is believed to have attempted to kill Mary multiple times when she was an infant. Witnesses claim Betty once tried to give Mary away to a woman who couldn't have children. Her father is unknown, though Mary used the surname of Billy Bell, a career criminal. He is not believed to be her biological father. Mary Bell's childhood was a storm of cruelty, abandonment, and pain, one that shaped her into the girl who would later be called a monster. But monsters aren't born, they are made. Mary was born into a life of rejection. On the day of her birth, her teenage mother, Betty, practically ordered the nurses to take that thing away. There was no cozy cradle or loving embrace here. Instead, her earliest memories were of a home that felt more like a battleground. Betty, a transient sex worker, came and went without a care, leaving Mary with random caregivers, sometimes alone, sometimes with violent men. As for her father, a mysterious figure lurking in the shadows, whose identity was as murky as Mary's future would become. But neglect wasn't the end of it. Mary's mother allegedly went as far as trying to kill her, with family tales of near-fatal mishaps, accidental falls, or dangerous pills that should have ended her life. Instead, Mary survived, though every day became a lesson in enduring trauma. The cost: a childhood steeped in fear and a hint of the unspeakable horrors that would eventually emerge. Unlike other children, Mary didn't cry or shy away from conflict. Instead, she mirrored the violence around her. She was quick to lash out, reveling in the power of control and the fear she could instill in others. Even as a youngster, she boasted about wanting to hurt people, setting the stage for a future that would shock an entire nation. In the gritty streets of Scotswood, Mary found an unlikely companion in Norma Bell, a slightly older girl who became Mary's sidekick. Their friendship was anything but innocent, filled with dark games, intimidation, and a chilling glimpse into what was to come. By the time Mary was 11, her life took a horrific turn. In a series of acts that defied all expectations of childhood, she murdered 2 young boys. The first, a trusting 4-year-old named Martin Brown, was lured into an abandoned house where Mary's grip ended his life without a shred of remorse. Then came Brian Howe, a 3-year-old whose life was cut brutally short in a wasteland by Mary's cold, calculating hands. After the murders, Mary even returned to the scenes, leaving behind disturbing signatures, from a carved M to mutilated features, that hinted at a twisted sense of control and power. The community was gripped by fear and confusion, unable to comprehend how a child could commit such horrific acts. As the investigation unfolded, all eyes turned to young Mary Bell, whose chilling demeanor contrasted sharply with her tender age. Mary's trial became a media sensation, capturing the nation's attention as people struggled to understand how such evil could manifest in a child. The legal proceedings revealed unsettling details about her upbringing and psyche, painting a picture of a girl shaped by pain and abandonment. Ultimately, Mary Bell was convicted and sentenced to a period of detention, sparking further debate about child psychology and the criminal justice system. As the years passed, Mary remained a controversial figure, her case raising questions about rehabilitation and the capacity for change in young offenders. Her transformation sparked interest from psychologists and criminologists who studied her case to understand the complexities of her troubled mind.
Pinned us down, and Mary had grabbed us by the neck and started strangling us. And then she had her hand here and she was getting the sand and then pouring at my mouth, and it couldn't go in quick enough, and she tried to stuff her fingers down, basically, to get it further down. And obviously I was terrified. And I think Norma was a little bit frightened when she seen what Mary was doing, because Norma jumped up. And by that time, she had jumped up and I managed to struggle and